Hello all, welcome to Selenium Python Training series. In this session, we are going to start learning one of the prerequisites that are required before you start learning Selenium. That is none other than Python programming language. So, as already mentioned at a high level in the previous sessions, as part of this introduction to Selenium category, the last topic of this category, that is the different list of prerequisites that are required for learning or before learning Selenium. Okay. Here I mentioned clearly as a programming language. One of the prerequisite here before we start learning Selenium is a programming language. Okay. Apart from programming language, we also have the web technology, software testing basics, locators. Already I covered the software testing basics which are required for learning Selenium in the previous session. But now, okay, we are left out with these web technologies, locators, and programming languages. Okay. So now we are with the programming language. I'm selecting Python here. Okay. Python here because this series is all about this video series is all about, or this course is all about Selenium Python, guys. Okay. Selenium Python. That's why I mentioned Python here. Apart from Python, you can take any other programming language also for as a prerequisite for learning Selenium. Okay. That is, you can take Java. You can, apart from Python, you can take Java. You can take Ruby, C Sharp, JavaScript, and any other programming languages that are supported by Selenium. Okay, so now few people may get it out like, okay, fine. Okay, fine. There are different programming languages that are supported by Selenium. So I'm just starting now. Which programming language do you recommend for me? The people may be asking me here. Okay, so do you have to start learning Selenium with Java, or Selenium with Python, or Selenium with Ruby? Which one is better? Which one is best? They'll be asking. There's nothing like that, guys. Okay, there's nothing like which is best and all. It all depends on your situations and the requirement or kind of thing. Okay, so don't think something is better than other one. Okay, Selenium is always same, right? Only programming language is changing. So don't think that, okay, if I learn this, okay, this is the benefit and all. There's nothing like that. You can start your learning of Selenium with any programming language. If there are some situations, I'm going to explain the situations one by one for you. There may be situation where you are not assigned to any project, but you want to learn Selenium, let's say. Okay, that you are not part of a project, or you are not doing any task related automation in your company, or you are a fresher. Okay, who is aspired to get into software testing field or whatever it is. Okay, so at this moment, it depends on like which programming language you need to use for learning Selenium. There may be a situation where you already know some programming language. Okay, you are good with Python, so you may ask me a question. Okay, so do you have to learn Selenium with Java or Python? I'll ask you which programming language you already know. If you say that I know Python, okay, then I say that, okay, start learning Selenium with Python. If some people will say that, oh, no, I don't know Python, okay, I don't have any immediate requirements where I have to learn this Selenium Python, but I know Java, they will say. In that case, I'll recommend people to go with Selenium Java only. Okay, everything is good, guys. Okay, Selenium with any programming language is good. The popular ones, top five, you already know, right? Java, Python, C Sharp, Ruby, JavaScript. If you learn Selenium with any of this programming language, all good, guys, no problem. Okay, so that is one situation. Second situation is, you see, I'm, in my company, they are going to give me a project where I have to, do some automation on Selenium Python, let's say. Okay. The client is asking for Python. They will say, okay, though you know Java here, but still you have to learn Selenium with Python only, right? Because that's a client requirement, right? So there are some people, guys, who know everything. Okay, then they know how to use Selenium with Java, with Python, with Ruby, C Sharp, JavaScript, and so on. Okay, they keep switching between the projects, and whatever the program, it doesn't matter. Okay, they take that programming language and then they automate the scripts using this Python or any other programming language that is required, that is demanded by the client. Why client may ask you for a particular programming language with Selenium? There may be some situations in the projects where the developers for developing the application code are already using one programming language. Let's say developers of the particular application are already using C Sharp. Let's assume that. Okay. In that case, for all the people to be on the same pace, okay, same level, The client may say that, okay, since developers are already using C# for developing the application, why can't the testers use C# with Selenium, okay, for automation purpose? Because, there may be some situations where if the testers count is less, developers can help the testers and testers can help the developers kind of thing, okay? Like that, they may decide depending on the different situations in the company and projects, guys, okay? So which programming language I need to use for automating Selenium? Don't worry about which programming language is. It all depends on situation. Whatever you feel best at that particular point of time, okay? Considering your circumstances and all, you can choose that programming language for Selenium, okay? Everything is good, guys, okay? Everything is good. And mainly, when you have to learn Selenium with multiple programming languages, okay? When you have to learn Selenium with multiple programming languages, like you want to do Selenium with Java, you want to learn Selenium with Python, you want to learn Selenium with C#, then my advice here is don't learn all at a go. First, complete one thing. For example, if you started with Selenium Python, then complete Selenium Python first. After you got good confidence with Selenium Python completely, then go for Selenium Java. After Selenium Java is completed completely, then go for Selenium C#, like that. Okay, one by one, you can add to your skill sets. Okay, no problem in that. But don't switch in between. Halfway you go with Selenium Python. After that, you switch to Selenium Java again. Halfway you go with Selenium Java, switch to Selenium C#. That's not a good idea. Okay, be strong in one thing, and after that, add more skill set your skill set your item the category. Okay, so okay. So these all guys are about the programming language. Okay, when you have to talk about programming language, all these things will come, because not just I want to teach you simply blindly like, okay, you have to use Python and this is what is Python. I don't want to teach like that, but I want to give a real perspective. Okay, in real time, you may have to decide which programming language. So I have to help you in deciding or guiding you which programming language you have to take. Okay, any programming language you can take is to get started, either Selenium Java or Selenium Python, Selenium C#. Only thing is it all depends on situations and whatever the previous knowledge you have. Okay, fine. So keep adding the skill set to your skills. Okay, this Selenium Python is done, means Selenium Java again add to your skills. Okay, skill box. Then it should keep on going, guys. Okay, it should keep on going, because there is no never ending thing. Okay, and the more you know, the more better career you will have in the coming days. Fine, anyhow, so we'll stick to Python now. You can choose any of the programming language for Selenium, but in this series I'm going to stick with Python. So I'm considering Python as one of the prerequisite programming language for learning Selenium as part of this series. So now I want to show you at high level the list of topics that I'm going to cover in Python for Selenium purpose. Okay, these topics will be covered from the next session onwards. But in this session, as we are getting started with this one of the prerequisites, that is Python for Selenium. Okay, so I'm going to at a high level give you a list of different topics that I'm going to cover in Python. Okay, so in the upcoming sessions. Okay, next session will be starting with the first these topics. Okay, first topic, you see these are the topics, guys. Introduction to Python. I'm going to give a high-level introduction to Python. What exactly is Python? Then I'll show you how to download, install, and configure Python. I'll show you downloading, installing, and using PyCharm IDE, where we are going to write the code, Python code. How to use the print statements in Python, variables in Python, data types in Python. Very fast I'm going to read, because at a high level I'm just reading this. Okay, in the upcoming sessions, in the next session onwards, all these topics will be covered for you. Typecasting in Python, operators in Python, comments in Python, operator precedence in Python. Don't worry if you don't understand any of these terms, because I'm going to cover all these things in detail in the upcoming session. Okay, deleting a variable in Python step by step in a very easy and detailed and practical manner. I'm going to cover these topics for you guys. Even though you are very new to Python, okay, I'll start explaining from ABCDs of Python, guys, so you don't have to worry much. Using place for string concatenation in Python, storing multi-line performance string text into a variable, then storing a lengthy text into a variable, formatting print statements in Python, control flow statements in Python, selection decision control statements in Python, if else, okay, if and else kind of things, okay. Then while loop in Python, for loop with range in Python, break and continue statements in Python, then functions in Python, other topic of functions, parameterizing, other topic of functions. All these are the different topics of functions, guys, okay. Then collecting input from user using this inbuilt function, max and min inbuilt functions, then local and global variables in Python, pass statement in Python, collections, This is an advanced topic in Python. Advanced topics have just now started, guys. List collection, tuple collection, set collection, dictionary collection, and the difference between all these four items. Then strings, in and not in operators, file handling, getting started with object-oriented programming, that is class and objects, self keyword in Python, assigning method parameters to class variables using self keyword. So a lot of other topics is inheritance, polymorphism, overloading, okay, encapsulation, abstraction, modules, packages, exception handling, lambda functions, okay, and other additional topics. Okay, so the lot of things that I'm going to cover. Last up is going to the regular expression. Okay, this much is more than enough, guys. Okay, this much is even more than enough, I can say. Okay, I'm teaching you more than what is required for Selenium also, but but still a lot of learning can be done in Python, guys. But I don't want to go too deep in Python. This much is enough, guys. This much of knowledge is enough. Okay, so all these things I'm going to cover from the next session onwards. Okay, as part of the Selenium Python training series. So guys, that's all for this session, and okay, see you in the next session where I'm going to start with the first topic of Python. Okay, so what is Python and all those stuff. So see you in the next session. Thank you. Bye bye.